Well, you guys got my 4 best performing stocks, and that list was shocking. So let's discuss the 4 big disappointments in my portfolio. And yes, it's equally as shocking as the stocks that are on there. Some all-time great companies made this list, unfortunately, this time around. So let's talk about these 4 stocks specifically and exactly what you want to do with them, because it is equally important to understand what to do with your losers, just like it's important to understand exactly what to do with your winners. So let's talk about the stocks that are honestly just disappointing today. So at least like the video to, I don't know, help me feel better or something about these stocks that have been kind of a disappointment this year. All right, so these are the 4 most disappointing stocks for me this year. And I know our lists are going to be different. Not everybody's going to have the same list all the way around. And that's okay. When you have years, especially like the past couple of years, where you have big, huge winning stocks like we talked about in the previous video when we were talking about the best stocks of the year so far, you also are going to have losers. That is just part of investing. It doesn't matter what time frame it is, you're always going to have stocks that are way up and stocks that are down. Even during the greatest bull run of all time, there were still large periods of time where I had stocks during that time frame. Obviously, overall, your portfolio is going up, but you still, within that portfolio going up, you're going to have stocks in there that are down during that time frame. And we don't need to look far. Just look back to 2021 when poop tokens and all kinds of other ridiculous stuff were just 10xing everywhere. Apple got beaten down into oblivion during that time frame because nobody wanted Apple. So regardless of the market we're in, you're going to have losers. And what I mean by losers is stocks that are down. And that's okay. The important part, A, is to make sure you have more winners than losers. And B, when you have those stocks that are down that are losers, make sure that you don't own an actual loser stock. Remember, stock price and the company can get decoupled, right? You can have a great company, but have the stock price way down here in the toilet, meaning the stock in the short term is a loser, but it's a great company, meaning it's going to come back up and be a winner over the long run. So hopefully when we talk about, losers, like we're going to talk about today here in regards to the stock price, hopefully you have actual winners underneath. An example of that was last year with Palantir, right? It was beaten down right around this time frame, maybe a little bit later than this. But anyways, I was able to buy shares at around $7 or so in Palantir. Great company, turned profitable, everything looking great. But hey, Wall Street wanted to get dumb and turn it into a quote unquote loser for the year so far. Great, not a problem. It was just a massive opportunity to add. And look at where Palantir is today. And boy, man, you could have really filled out an entire position plus. That is just ridiculous when you look at it today. So that's exactly what I'm hoping we have here with these stocks, but let's talk about it. So stock number 1 is Apple. So this stock is down 7% for the year, and it's a big dent in my portfolio given the amount of my portfolio that it makes up within my portfolio itself there. Actually, I have 5 of them. So amongst them all, it's a giant dent overall in all those portfolios. And honestly, guys, I'm not sure it's done falling yet. And I actually said something about this at the beginning of the year, where basically I think Wall Street's going to get dumb, and this may actually turn out to be one of the best opportunities of the year. You can check out the video right up there. I'll throw it up there for you guys if you want to check that out. But to me, if Wall Street continues to get dumb, this may be the opportunity or one of the opportunities of the year in the stock market there. So my plan is if Wall Street gets dumb and beats it down to my price target, I'm going to continue to buy Apple because I've heard about the death of Apple many, many times throughout my journey holding the stock. 2016, 2018, 2021, and here we are again, 2024. It's the end of Apple as we know it. So I kind of like my chances there. Gets to my price target, I'm going to add more Apple. So stock number 2 is SoFi. This stock is down 21% for the year so far, and I'm actually up on this stock. We were buying tons and tons of the stock in the 4s and the 5s, and even though I've been buying recently, I still have a really low average in this stock. So even though I'm up, it is down 21% for the year, making it one of those stocks that honestly, it's kind of disappointing what's happened to it so far. It has been tough sledding since they turned the profitability knob last quarter, and that's okay, guys. This happens. We saw the same exact thing happen with Palantir last year. Even during all the AI rage, it happened to Palantir. So this isn't unusual. It happens. Remember, the stock is still trader controlled for now. Wall Street still has no idea what multiple they want to apply to it more importantly. So we got to work through all those issues. And in the meantime, to me, I think we're getting a gift with the stock at this price. Now, when I say like Palantir, I don't think we're going to $25 next year in SoFi. I can't give any valuation that would justify that sort of a price jump at that stage. That would have to be, I don't know. Anyways, there's nothing there to justify that sort of deal. But could we see it get back up over 10 again next year this time and really be looking at a nice gain from where we are right now in SoFi? Yeah, Absolutely, I could see that happening. That to me is not unreasonable at all, assuming they continue to execute like they've been executing. And I have no reason to believe that this management team is not going to continue to execute through the next, year or so, considering they've done it for the past couple of years now, virtually flawlessly. So I have no reason to doubt that. So for me, I'm going to continue what I've been doing here for this stock, kind of, modeling a DCA for my group there. It's exactly what I've been doing. So I'm going to keep doing that, and then I'll eventually cut it off because I have more than a full position in SoFi. And to me, this was just another gift, just kind of like we got last year with Palantir. And I'm going to continue to take advantage of that gift until I feel like, all right, enough, and I'm ready to move on. And if you want to see my buy alerts on every stock that I'm looking to buy and see my watch list complete with price targets for all those stocks, and you want to take advantage of the coaching that we have that is completely free for members, along with taking the brand new stock course and all the other 4 courses that we have in there for you completely free to use, make sure you check out the pinned comment down there and take advantage of the sale that's going on right now, the March Madness sale, because you get all of that. Plus, you get access to myself anytime you want. You can slide in my DMs, jump on our live Q&As. We have the best 6, 7, and 8-figure Discord out there of investors who are jumping in and helping you become a better investor, along with, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos a week that I put out there in there just exclusive to the group, and a ton more. Make sure you check out the pinned comment down there and see if a membership's right for you and take advantage of the sale before it expires. So on to stock number 3, and that would be NEO. This stock is down 26% year to date, and I basically said it right there at the beginning of the year, right there, the video that I put out right there on NEO, that, hey, this sucker's going back down to $5 because I did not see any reason to justify that run that it had at the end of last year. There was nothing there. It was a complete mirage, and I got blasted for that take. Hey, I understand that. Hey, it's going to 20, it's going to 40, it's going to 60 this year, all kinds of other ridiculous things like that that were being put down there in the comments like that, and that's okay. That happens. But the reality with NEO is it came right back down to that $5 mark, just like we thought it was going to do. And I said that for a very specific reason. It has nothing to do. I think NEO is a great company overall. I like the niche that they're in. I like the fact that they're one of the big players in the Chinese market, backed by the Chinese government. I understand not everybody agrees with that take. Completely understand. Not right for everyone. 100% agree. But I also have to be real with you guys as my audience that there is nothing in earnings to justify $15, $20, $30 price on the stock at this time. They are still burning too much cash, and until we have a clear path to profitability over here on the other side that they can actually execute to, for me right now, I'm not adding any more to this stock. I'm not going to take on any more risk. They have not earned more of my money, and that's how you earn money as a speculative stock in general. You earn that money by creating that path to profitability and then executing to it. And as you get closer, you start earning more and more and more of my dollars. And for right now, and really for the past, honestly, 2 years, for whatever reason, NEO has been just spending every dime that they get is coming out, going to R&D, going to these NEO houses, going to all sorts of other things. I understand what they're doing there. But as an investor, at some point in time, you have to give me that path to profitability, and they haven't done it as of yet. So until we get that there, they're not getting any more of my money. I'm not selling it either. I have no reason to do that. I have a very low average. But until we see that path to profitability, I got to just hold and hang tight and see what happens. And that is part of speculative stocks. You got to understand that when you own speculative stocks. This is part of the journey. Way up, way down, everything in between. And you're looking for that path to profitability to earn more of your dollars to build out from a speculative position into an actual position in your portfolio. And of course, it's Chinese as well, which of course means you also have to take that into account, that risk factor that's there being a Chinese stock. And for me, I do that by position size as well, meaning that position size will always be smaller than a comparable company that isn't a Chinese stock. And on to the last stock here, but before you guys get riled up at me and go blasting me down in the comments, hey, what about PayPal? What's going on there? Guys, it's only down 2% for the year. It had its disappointing year last year and the year before. So it in terms of past performance, it's not down that much. It hasn't really disappointed that much this year. Alex said it was going to take an entire year there. So, hey, we got time. So in terms of that price, more importantly, that we're looking at there, it hasn't disappointed this year like other stocks have, and especially like the last stock that we're going to talk about next. And the final stock would be Tesla. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say, but it's down almost 30% for the year so far. And there's no other way to put that other than that is absolutely disappointing. I don't think anybody had on their Tesla scorecard back in 2021 or even 2022, we would be seeing Tesla at these prices that we're at today here in 2024 after the first quarter. My last buy was way down in the low 100s, so we're still up, I don't know, 50, 60% or so on those buys. So we're okay in terms of average and in terms of where we're at. but I can't say that the stock has not disappointed so far. Now, to be very clear before we get to what I'm actually going to do with Tesla stock, to be very clear, I expected this based upon what Elon said in earnings. This isn't Luke's take. This isn't Wall Street's take. I'm going based upon what he said in earnings, and he said this year was going to be tough. Margins were going to get slimmer. EPS was going to go down. They're having to stall some projects or delay some projects as they kind of figure everything out. Cybertruck ramp is going to be really expensive at the beginning. Going to do very well on the backside, but at the beginning, it's going to be expensive. All these things line up for it's going to be tough sledding here, the first couple of quarters of this year, maybe even through the end of the year here. So we'll see. Maybe they can pull a rabbit out of the hat and do something later on in the year. But for right now, man, you can't say the stock price hasn't been disappointing overall. So for me, I'm simply looking back. I'm going to add at my current price target that I have for Tesla, and then I'll look to reevaluate that price target after that and kind of see if I want to add more or not to that position, because I have more than a full position on Tesla. It's a stock I've been involved with for a while now. So we'll see what I decide to do at that stage. But for right now, that's my plan with Tesla. And if you want to see my buy alerts on every stock that I'm looking to buy and see my watch list complete with price targets for all those stocks, and you want to take advantage of the coaching that we have that is completely free for members, along with taking the brand new stock course and all the other 4 courses that we have in there for you completely free to use, make sure you check out the pinned comment down there and take advantage of the sale that's going on right now, the March Madness sale, because you get all of that. Plus, you get access to myself anytime you want. You can slide in my DMs, jump on our live Q&As. We have the best 6, 7, and 8-figure Discord out there of investors who are jumping in and helping you become a better investor, along with, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos a week that I put out there in there just exclusive to the group, and a ton more. Make sure you check out the pinned comment down there and see if a membership's right for you and take advantage of the sale before it expires. And click this video here if you want to see exactly what I'm buying in this market, and click here to see my exact plan for this market. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.